All the way live. Okay, so we are live. Can't say nothing stupid. We live.
You can.
Well, yeah, you can, but it'll be out there. So I
All
don't
right.
do that. Oh, they're talking to Cena right now on the post show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Third Generation Wrestling Podcast. 3GW here. Post Raw Netflix debut January 6th. Been hearing about this shit for the last 4 months. So we finally made it.
Longer than
Here
that.
we are. 2025. Netflix on Raw. Real Big E. And Rob the Ambassador. How's it going, man? Did you enjoy? Well, before no, not give away too much, but did you enjoy yourself tonight? We'll say that.
I thought it was a good night. One of the better Raws. You would expect that. They wanted to make a big splash on Netflix first time out, and I think they did that.
Yeah. Took place coming from Los Angeles, the Intuit Dome, the LA Clippers new stadium there in, well, they say Los Angeles, but it's actually in not Compton, but
Inglewood.
Inglewood. Yeah. Yep. So and it looks really damn cool. Like there's not very many stadiums and arenas around the country I want to visit, but after seeing that one, I want to visit that one. That I would say Dallas Cowboy Stadium is because it's so big,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and there's a couple other ones maybe, but yeah, that one for sure has made my list too.
yeah. It's nice. Also, in LA, they got the gosh, what's the big stadium there where the Chargers and
Oh, SoFi,
SoFi looks nice.
yeah,
Yeah, they got a couple of nice ones in Cali.
yeah, yeah. So who knows? Once we get back on our, well, if we get back on our trails, I mean these prices WWE are getting a little outrageous, but hopefully sooner or later we can get back out there. I still have not ruled out Royal Rumble. It is still on my radar. I just want to put that out there now.
Well, I've been to a Rumble, both you and I have. I still
Mhm.
would go to this one if the tickets are reasonable. I'm more geared towards SummerSlam 2026 in Minnesota because that's about 3.5 hours from where I live in Des Moines, Iowa. I know my way around Minneapolis pretty well. I've been there several times, and so I'm pretty excited about that. But I think I can say this. Cena announced he's going to be in the Rumble. I think we all kind of knew that. So I'm guessing, tickets are going to start moving now that he's confirmed he's going to be there. Whatever tickets are left are probably going to move pretty quick. And then the secondary market, obviously, those tickets are going to be jacked up in price because of his appearance. But yeah, like you, if we can catch a good deal, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I think you and I will talk offline. I found a website that has decent tickets. They actually get cheaper the closer you get to the event. Uh,
Right,
it's one
right.
of those kind of websites. So, but without any further ado, put the notes here. Like I said, we said talking about Raw debut. Wouldn't be right if Triple H himself didn't open the show. They started off with a video package. I thought this was that circular Tron that you have in there, but
Oh
no,
yeah.
this was something else. This was like a drop down kind of tent thing they had set up, and it displayed the video package they had with the history of Raw, and then they dropped it. And then you see Triple H just standing in the middle of the ring, and then he does his whole spiel, all the pyro and all that stuff. I mean, really, really well done, um, as far as an opening goes. And at first, I didn't like the new set that they have, where it's not as tall as it used to be. But I get it now why they do it because it allows for more seating in these arenas now, and that's kind of the point. So I now I got to getting used to it. I kind of like it now, and as somebody that goes to these shows, it's a benefit because now you can pay for maybe even a cheaper seat, but you just and the wrestlers do turn around too. So I think that's another thing. They acknowledge the fact that, yeah, there's people up there now too, because it never used to be. If you go back and watch Raw, even like a couple years ago, that whole back section was closed off because of the Titantron. So pretty cool. And they got it out the way. They didn't keep it a secret. Right after that, The Rock comes out. Um, Kind of more like his babyface self. Not so much the final boss. He didn't say final boss one time.
I got the impression that he was just really not even in character. He was just Dwayne Johnson tonight. Outside of the, if you smell, and finally The Rock has come back. I really just got the impression he was just there as Dwayne Johnson more so than the final boss.
Well, then why were the damn vest and the pants and everything? Like, he had the whole gimmick, had the belt, the glasses. I mean, he had the look. Um, I guess yes, it's not a secret. He is a boss. The final boss is a name, but he is one of the bosses on the board. Um, so I guess he has to kind of placate a little bit as somebody that is doing double roles as a on-screen character and as well as somebody that's on the board of directors. So I don't have a problem with it. Um, it's just a little. I just wonder why do the thing at Bad Blood if this is how you're gonna come out tonight. I guess that's kind of where I'm at, really, with that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. For
he
me,
cut a
not a
good
big
promo.
deal. Yeah, not a big deal. I mean, we all know wrestling is acting, so he just
Oh
came
yeah,
out.
we know,
Yeah.
but with him, he was so last year he was just so consistent. Like this is who I am now, and he didn't cut away from it. And even at Bad Blood, I don't know if you ever saw like the backstage when he left, somebody recorded him leaving the arena. He was talking shit the whole time he left the arena. So it's like, oh, he's still final boss. He was saying final boss then.
Mm.
So it was just weird for him not to say it tonight. I don't know. And acknowledging Cody the way he did, hugging Cody, it was just like, so y'all not gonna tie up that loose end at all? Is that done now?
No, of course it's not done, man. This was obviously a big night. They're trying to promote stuff. They wanted him as executive, but they wanted him to appear. But
Right.
man, look, it'll all come around. I mean, look, he took a night off from his character. It's one night, but we all know that he's going to be a part of the process leading into Mania. It didn't bother me at all, man. Come on, it's wrestling. It's
I know, but it was just like the way y'all did that with the
yeah.
ring and everything. Well, we don't know what he handed him Cody, can't hand it Cody, and the whole thing. Which I ain't forgot.
No, I haven't either. But it was one night. He took a night off from being the final boss just to be executive Rock. I mean, come on, man. I don't think it's that big of a deal at all.
It's just it'd be different if he was there every single week, but his appearance every single time he shows up, it means something. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
I didn't hate it. The way he did it was genuine, and we all know we're breaking the fourth wall. He's breaking the fourth wall, and it's fine. It's just I don't know. Pat McAfee was on commentary with Michael Cole. Throw that out there as well. And then they immediately get into the first match with the Solo Sikoa versus Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman. Um, Tribal Combat for the honor and distinguished title of of Tribal Chief and Ula Fala. Um, Got a shout out in Roman with them kicks, man. Them shoes was dope. I mean, Blake gets on him for his always wearing those black pants, but every now and then he switches up the shoes, and it's like, man, tonight, like those were nice. He has a deal with Nike. They make these custom shoes for him, so you can't
Okay.
buy these like on the open market or anything like that. But hopefully, I think he has a deal like a Jordan deal where I think he is gonna start releasing like his own like Jordan line of shoes. So,
Well, how can it be his own Jordan line of shoes? How can
well,
that work?
well, just like today in the NBA, like Jordan will sign NBA players, they make their own shoe. It's so
Oh,
you're like
okay, but
you're under the umbrella of the umbrella.
okay, okay. So you're under the Jordan umbrella, which is under the Nike
Nike
umbrella, and
umbrella,
then
yeah.
your umbrella is like way down here.
Right, right.
Okay, I
Yeah.
got you. Okay.
Yeah. So the match itself was slow and methodical. Um they did incorporate weapons, the chairs, kendo sticks. Uh Roman took a shot to the head with them stairs. I don't know if he didn't get he did not get his hands up in time. There's no way he did because he had that gash on his forehead. Um and that had to been from them stairs. Of course, with the crowd was chanting for tables, and Roman was like, "Yeah, yeah, I get to y'all. I'll get to the tables and everything. We gonna do it, but first I gotta whip his ass with this chair." And they got to it, introduced it. Michael Cole called the last ride. It looked like a last ride. It was a powerbomb, solo through the table. Looked like that was gonna be it, but Tama Tonga pulls the referee out of the ring. Um, and then you get Jacob Fatu coming out to and attacking Roman, doing his normal Jacob Fatu thing, the moonsault and all that stuff. Sami Zayn, Jimmy Uso come out to the aid of Roman. Uh, and then Roman hits a spear, but there's no ref, and they wave another ref down. Solo kicks out. Um, Roman gets back on the attack, and he's getting ready to hit another spear. Got the crowd invested. He's getting ready to hit this huge spear when Kevin Owens comes out and hits Roman with a stunner, and somehow he kicks out of that. And then Cody comes out. KO and Cody fight through the crowd, um, and then they disappear. And then finally, uh, Roman hits the spear on Solo for the win, and he is crowned. Not just crowned, but he's crowned by The Rock as the true OTC of WWE. Um, that's just a summary of the match. You really, really, really have to go back and watch this. You may not agree, but I can't wait to watch this back again because I feel like I missed some things. I gave this an instant classic. I thought I loved the hell out of this. My emotions were up and down. I was getting goosebumps. Everything, everybody that got involved made sense. I did not see Kevin Owens getting involved. I thought, yeah, of course, the Bloodlines don't get involved. That's a no-brainer. But to have Kevin Owens literally get involved with the match, stunning Roman, and then you got Cody, it just ties all that stuff up together. Um, it just made sense. And then to have Rock saunter out, and we're wondering, like, okay, how's this gonna go? Because I know I predicted it to go a different way, and that's not what happened. That doesn't mean that something else won't happen later on, but right now, to have The Rock come out and crown Roman, because it needed to be. Paul Heyman tried. I was like, it didn't need to be somebody Samoan, and so thankfully, yes, Rock came out, crowned Roman, and Roman is once again the OTC, the tribal chief, true tribal chief of WWE, which means Solo Sikoa has to acknowledge him. But yes, I gave this instant classic.
Yeah, I would go superb. And not so much. I thought the wrestling was good too. I thought this was a really aggressive match. And man, like you said, the shots with the stairs, the chairs, man. Solo was laying those chair shots into Roman
Yes,
on his
his back
back.
was
Yeah,
bruised.
he was hitting him all over the place with them chairs, and he was laying them in. And then, of course, we got the tables. I kind of get tired of the crowd chanting, "We want tables." Wait 5 minutes.
Yeah,
You're going to get the
let
table.
us do our thing.
Yeah, yeah. Just wait a few minutes. But yeah, I could see why you went instant classic. I was almost there because, man, like you, I was on the edge of my seat, like, oh
Yes,
man, is Roman gonna get, what's gonna happen here? I wanted Roman to win so bad, and I felt like he was gonna win, but the way the match played out, I'm like, man, maybe they're gonna let Solo go over. That's how compelling it was.
right.
The whole thing with The Rock. and Paul Heyman doing his thing, just being incredible, just being Paul Heyman. But yeah, I definitely went superb on it. But like you, I'm curious to see where it all goes, because even though Roman is now Tribal's chief, they kept making mention, and I wish I could remember the pronunciation of the word, but they kept making mention of The Rock being given a certain title within the Samoan culture that was also
Oh yeah.
very, very important. I don't recall them making a big deal out of that previously, so I have a feeling that's going to play into the future storyline between him and Roman. Yes, Roman's
He
tribal
mentioned
chief,
it too.
right? So I think we're going to hear more about that as the weeks go on.
Yeah. And Rock got crowned that a long time ago, like before Roman was even in WWE. If you, I could probably send it to you, but there's Rock posted on Instagram. I think WWE did too. This video of him being crowned that chief, and the chief.
Well, they showed it tonight.
Oh, they did show it.
Yeah, yeah. The Rock looked like a young guy. Yeah, he still had hair
Yeah,
and
he was.
everything.
He
Looked
still
great.
had hair, so
Yeah,
it was a
but
long time ago.
yeah. So what I'm not sure about is which title is considered the more prestigious, Tribal Chief or the one The Rock has. But like I said, I have a feeling all that's going to play out in the coming weeks.
Well, I gotta believe The Rock has to have. Well, not has to have. He has seniority. There's just no way he doesn't. He got crowned long time ago. And if had his career not taken off, I mean, you wouldn't even have a Roman, Jay, and Jimmy and all that stuff. I mean, maybe you get Jay and Jimmy because of Rikishi, but I don't think you get this bloodline stuff and stuff with all that without The Rock. Rock really, his success extended to their success.
Yeah, I
And
mean, the Wild Samoans came first, and you had, but
yes,
but
yes.
yeah, but
Roman's father and uncle, yes. But I'm
right.
just
So
saying
yeah,
somebody has to continue that for them to get to where they are. And Rock was that middle piece to keep this going.
that's fair.
Um,
That's a good point.
but yeah, like you said, it's gonna be interesting because like I said, they don't mention nothing on accident and for no reason. Like everything has got to come back to something. And the way The Rock was standing there, yeah, he was smiling and all that, but I just don't trust him. I don't.
I can't trust the final boss. The final boss is going to show up again. We know that.
Yeah, I just don't trust him. The way he was kind of like he just seems kind of smug. The way he was doing, like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, get your ass. All right. That took up like the first 45 minutes of the show. I mean, I don't know about you, but they didn't really have commercials tonight. They kind of kept cutting in and out during this match. They showed video packages and they showed WWE Shop a lot, but they didn't really have real commercials. And like the camera kept fading in and out. Like if you were to watch a rerun of something on like Max or Hulu, where they would normally cut to a commercial, but then they come right back. That's kind of how it felt.
That's funny. I wonder if it has to do with the uh, Netflix package you have, because I definitely saw like some Snicker ads and a couple of things on my end.
Oh, I didn't see any of that.
Okay, so you might have, it's kind of the same thing they do on Peacock. If you have, because on Peacock I have the highest package that you can have, so I always get video packages in between the matches. But Michael Cole says that for those of you who don't have the premium, you'll see commercials. So I don't have the premium on Netflix, so I saw commercials. So you probably have a level up more than I do on that
Oh,
platform.
yeah, it just kept cutting and then cut back for me. All right. After that, John Cena comes out, and I did not do my job. I'm slipping, maybe because I had too much to drink. I
That
had the
ain't no
damn
new
thing
position
right
for us
here,
on this show.
and I didn't do it. But
Yeah, that ain't
there
no
you
new
go.
position.
There's your open match visual. So here we
Yeah.
go. John Cena coming
Okay.
out.
All right.
Um, it's a typical John Cena promo. I just wanted him because I had it in my head that okay, John Cena's coming to Monday Night Raw to announce he's going to be in the Rumble. That's the only thing that makes sense. Um, but to do this whole roundabout way of getting there, this long ass story. Oh, it's never going to happen. It's impossible. Oh, well, never say never because it's WWE. And Well, I could possibly win the Elimination Chamber or the Money in the Bank, or I could do. This is one of the reasons I don't like him, like or this his character. Dude, just come out and say, I'm entering the Royal Rumble for a chance to beat the record. That's all you had to do. That's all you had to do. And you would have had the crowd still in the palm of your hand. This roundabout ass way to get there was stupid. Stupid.
I mean, I don't know. It didn't bother me so much. I like you when he said the getting the 17th title is not going to happen. I'm like, well, maybe
That's
not.
bullshit.
I don't really think Cena wants the 17. I really don't think he wants it. I think WWE wants him to get it because they want a WWE guy, a true WWE guy, born and bred, to have the 17. Or I think that maybe Cena thinks that it's more appropriate that someone like Charlotte gets it. I don't think he wants the 17. He could have already had it, but you never know. I guess, look, you've got to make it part of the storyline. You got to make that chase part of the storyline to keep people hanging on. His approach tonight, man, he was a little off tonight. Cena, we all know he can deliver a good promo, but I do think he was a little off tonight. But man, he had the crowd hanging on the whole time. When he said we're not going for 17, oh, but wait a minute. The Rumble, yay. The Elimination Chamber, the crowd. He's just playing to the crowd, and the crowd like Cena, in front of them, he could do no wrong. Like you said, we know he's going to announce that he's going to be in the Rumble. I don't know whether or not he's going to be in the Elimination Chamber. I guess we have to wait and see. But it's John Cena. They're going to give him time. They're going to let him do his thing, no matter what it is. He's John Cena.
He is. Jesus Christ, man. You placate to the actual audience, not the little kids. I mean,
I didn't think he placated.
Even
man,
the little kids that watched you when
man,
you were
look,
dude, they're grown now.
man,
Come on.
I don't buy that crap about the kids at all. There were 17,000 people in that arena who erupted when he came out,
No,
and less than half of them are kids.
I get that. They were happy to see the man, and they paid him his respect. Respect is due. I'm saying evolve, damn it. You don't have to be that same dumbass character just because you came out tonight. Like,
Come on, man.
acknowledge the fact that
This isn't okay.
it's 2025. These people know this is my
This is
last
crazy.
year. I'm entering the Royal Rumble. This is my last shot at possibly breaking that record, and this is what I'm gonna do. And yeah, how he ended the promo, all I'm saying is how he ended the promo is how that promo should have went the whole time. That all that inflation bullshit he was doing in the beginning, cut it. But how he ended it was perfect.
Well, I mean, you can't expect Cena to change who he is now. His last go around in WWE, look, would I like it
Everybody's changed.
would I like it if he turned heel? We've wanted him to turn
No,
heel
no,
for
no, no.
years.
I'm not saying turn heel, but look at what The Rock has done. Look at what Taker changed himself how many times? Jericho changed himself how many times? You ain't got to change who you are. You still coming out with the jorts and the hat and the shirt and everything. All I'm saying is get to the fucking point. You know you about to enter the Rumble. Just say you in the Rumble. You
Okay, man, but
want to break
he
the
really
record?
couldn't come out and say, "Hey, LA, I'm in the Rumble. Good night."
Yep.
I mean, he
Yeah.
had no.
Yeah.
Come on, that's not how you do that. Come on.
Yes, please.
Man, you just like I said, the John Cena hate, not just you, but just on so many people, I think is ridiculous. Whether you like the dude or not, a 20-year run at the top that is unprecedented since the Bruno Sammartino days.
Okay.
Yeah.
His STFU is inexplicably
Oh, of course it
terrible.
is. Of course it is.
It
Of
is.
course
It
it
is. It
is.
is. Yes.
Absolutely it is.
Oh,
Man, I'm
please.
not gonna. There's no argument from me on that. We all know that. We know the dude ain't the greatest wrestler. Okay, we know that.
That is
All
an
right, we know
understatement
that.
of the year.
But look, but you can't take away from the fact of what the dude has done for this
I
business.
said I respect all that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying, in 2025, bring your everybody else breaking the fourth wall. Bring your ass out here and just you ain't even gotta break the fourth wall. Just say, this was happening.
I was going to say, because you just was criticizing The Rock for breaking the fourth wall. Now you're encouraging Cena to
No,
break the
I'm
fourth
not
wall.
encouraging it, but keep it real. Okay. Just sit up here and say, I don't want to break the record. Bullshit.
I really don't think he does. Cena could have had 17 by now. If he really
He
wanted
could
to,
have.
yeah,
Yes,
I
he
don't think he wants
absolutely
it.
positively could have.
Yeah, I really don't think he wants it.
Nah,
But we'll find out.
we'll see. I see them doing it because he's not done till December. His contract is till December. So why not have him be champion?
Yeah, man, I don't know, man.
Why not?
I
I
can't
wouldn't
think.
I wouldn't hate him having a championship. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't hate him breaking a record. I just don't want you bullshitting me. Like just keep it real.
I'll be honest. I don't want to see him break the record. I'd rather see Charlotte do it. But but look, if Cena did break it, obviously he's worthy of it. I'm not denying that. I just would rather see Charlotte do it than him. Somebody's gonna break it eventually. It ain't gonna stand forever.
No. I mean, you
But
got
you
Orton
you
who's
can't.
close,
And even though
Charlotte
I'm not
who's
saying I'd be
close.
crazy about it, you can't argue that Cena would be one worthy of breaking it.
No, like I said, I wouldn't hate it. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be mad at all. It's just my thing is just come in. I rather because there was a point in time when John Cena was like laser focused on like that's what I'm finna do. That's what I wanted to see. It was a placating that it was irritating to me.
All right.
All righty. Next match. Rhea Ripley taking on the World Heavyweight Champion and our Woman of the Year in 2024, Liv
Yes.
Morgan. A lot of people's Women of the Year in
Deservedly.
2024 was Liv
Deservedly.
Morgan. Yeah,
Great year for Liv.
she had a great year. Liv came out, had Dom, and of course, the
Raquel
Raquel. Yeah,
Rodriguez, not Gonzalez.
and wow, I thought the match had like a solid start. And then there was the interaction with, Rhea taking out Raquel, and then all the interaction with Dominic. And I have to say, Lord Jesus Christ, I didn't think Liv was gonna get up after that power bomb on that table. My God, because that was some force on
Liv Liv took some bumps in this match.
that was hard. Like, okay, I got you. I got you. However, the rest of the match kind of didn't really live up to the hype. And I say that because I think this night had too much put on it. Like this could have waited till next week. This could have main event next week easily and been given more time and shine. And I was hoping that's the way they would go, but they threw it on night one. Okay, I guess. Um, right person won. She hit her two riptides. Pin Liv Morgan in the ring, new world champion. I can't argue with the results. I just think that the way, as long as this feud's been going on, it deserves like kind of a more of a treatment that the first match got, and really didn't get that. But and I mean, I think their SummerSlam match was better. If you, yeah, to be honest, matter of fact, I think the Bad Blood match was better. To be honest with you, so I had to kind of go middle of the road on this one.
Okay.
Just because I just didn't think the storytelling was involved as much, and the ending was not sudden, but once she was going, you could kind of see what was happening once she hit the first rip tide. You could tell she was going for a second one, and you knew that was going to be it. Um, I'm not bashing either woman. I didn't think anybody did a bad job. Like I said, I just think the card, not that it had too many matches. But when you had Roman and Solo, Punk and Rollins, I mean, this should have been treated the same way and given its own shine like next week, like I'm saying, like give people a reason to come back. Um, I think it would have been a better match that way. But yeah, tonight, right person won, but as far as the match goes, middle of the road.
Yeah, man, I liked it better than you. I'm not saying it was spectacular, but I would go low pay-per-view worthy on it. I thought it was all right. Um, I'm not, you know, basing it on any of the other matches or what happened. I mean, I do see your point that these women can be a main event, and I'm with you on that. But I have a feeling that this feud isn't over. I think it's near the
Oh,
end.
please be over.
Well,
Please be over.
I think Liv's going to get a chance to get it back, but I think at the most we'll see one or two more matches between these two. Just Liv trying to get it back. She won't get it back, but by the time we get to Mania, there will be a completely new opponent for Rhea. But I mean, Liv ain't this ain't she ain't just going to lose her title and go away. There's going to be some sort of rematch, so maybe that's what we get next week. But I thought this match was pretty good. Like you said, I thought Liv took some good bumps, but at the same time, I thought she had some good offense. She did her thing where she did the three amigos and she was doing her Eddie Guerrero thing, kind of,
Yeah, that
you know,
frog splash wasn't shit.
the what?
The frog splash she hit, that
No,
was
no, 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 no. That wasn't. I mean, not yeah. It seems like a simple move, but yeah, not everybody can do that one effectively. She
no.
probably should have left that one alone. But
Yeah.
I still was entertained by the match. Uh, I thought it was like it was a fight. I thought it was what it should be. It wasn't no technical match. These ladies went at it, so I enjoyed it from that perspective. But still, I would only go a low pay-per-view worthy on it. I
Okay.
think they're capable of much better,
Yeah.
but they had a lot of competition tonight with some of the other matches. Once again, not trying to compare it to the other matches, but
No.
there was just a lot of stuff on this big show.
Yeah. They were they were overshadowed, and I would argue that they deserved a spotlight. I guess that's I'm actually um what's the word I wanted to use? I'm campaigning that they should have had a bigger spot based on the feud and Rhea's status, especially because she gets humongous pops when she comes out and reactions. So uh, I just wish they would have waited till next week because it would have been they probably would have had more time, told a better story. But hey,
Yeah, and then
that's what
post
they did.
match, I mean, to kind of make your argument, Rhea couldn't even really bask in the moment before we
Oh
heard
shit, Dom. Well,
the
first Dom
bell
came
toll.
out tried to like,
Well, not just
hey,
that.
you
Well,
want a
Dom too.
hug?
Okay, yeah,
You
that.
want you want a hug? And then like, bitch, no. But then yeah,
But then,
uh,
yeah, I was at more at talking about Taker, but
Taker, yeah, Taker came out, American Badass on the bike. Um, and for anybody that thinks that somebody else got booed because they're a Trump supporter, look at his reaction. Uh,
oh, is that what they're saying?
there's a lot of stuff floating. We'll talk about it
Okay.
because Taker, yes, Trump supporter. Um, and I saw our interview with him earlier, so I'm a little less upset with him, but at the same time, I shouldn't say upset with him. I just disagree. And but
You're
things
right.
he said some things about Mick Foley and Batista that were like, um, he's not attacking them, so to speak. He's just saying, listen, your political beliefs are different than mine, but if I saw you in public today, right now, I would still hug you because I still love you. We just don't agree on these things. So I respect Taker for that. Um, and a lot of people do. Plus, Taker never went out publicly and called us the N word. So there's that
Uh, yeah, there's a little minor
publicly.
detail that I think is the real reason. It just seems like well, look, we'll get there. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah,
We'll get there.
yeah. Alrighty. After that, we had oh shit, I didn't get it. Well, we had Drew McIntyre versus Jey Uso. In the match, I missed the beginning of the match. I was putting my kids to bed, but I came back. Um, I had Drew winning this hands down because I just felt like the way they're booking him now, he's on this revenge tour. There's no way Jay's winning this match. Jay took that last Claymore and then Drew was going for another one, and Jay just collapsed, and it was like, oh, well, he's just gonna be easy pickings now, and then Drew's gonna go in the corner again. He's waiting to kick him again, and Jay caught him, and I can't remember what kind of it's crucifix, yeah, crucifix pin he
Mhm.
went for, and pinned Drew McIntyre and rolled out the ring. I was like, huh? All I could say is the why that would make sense is just to piss Drew off that much more. And that means next week he's gonna ambush Jay, beat the brakes off of him, put him out of action. Something bad is coming. There's some bad things coming Jay's way. That's all I could say. Um, but this one I made a little more sense. I guess the shock value too. Um, I gave TV quality. I thought this one could, on if it was a normal Raw, this would be a good little main event on Raw, and the shock value of Jay winning. Uh, but yeah, Jay, you better, man, you were looking over your shoulder, bruh, because Drew got something bad coming for you.
Man, I agree. I went TV quality, but I wasn't crazy about this match. I expected more, and then the ending just seemed too sudden. I mean, I could see how Jay could pull it off, getting a quick pin like that. He's
Mhm.
crafty. That can happen in a match. That part was fine. I just felt like it was just kind of sudden. I don't know. I don't know if
I
it,
get
it
that.
felt something about it felt rushed to me, and maybe it was just me. I don't know if they were short on time or if that's just the way they booked the match. But something about it felt rushed and didn't sit well with me. So yeah, that's why, like you, I had to go TV quality on it.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. Again, like these are two guys that could definitely do better. Um, but when they're in the I don't know how much of a time crunch they're in on Netflix. I don't know their parameters, but I guess they still have some kind of limitations. But all it tells me is they're not done.
Oh,
And
definitely. This ain't one and done, not by a long shot.
and they'll keep this going for sure.
Yeah.
One thing I want to touch on before we keep going. Throughout the night, they kept cutting to the suite and they kept cutting to different celebrities. We saw O'Shea Jackson Jr. From to
We saw Gabrielle Fluffy Iglesias. I can't think
yes,
of his.
yes.
We saw
Gabriel.
Seth Green. We saw a
Oh,
lot of
Macaulay
wrestlers.
Culkin. Macaulay
Macaulay
Culkin
Culkin
was
got a
there.
huge pop.
Huge.
Yeah, he got a huge pop. We
Yeah.
saw Steve Amell, who
Yep.
former combatant in a WWE match. He had one of the better celebrity performances in a
Oh
in a
yeah.
WWE match. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of celebrities out tonight. You kind of expect that being in the city of Los Angeles. You had a lot of wrestlers there. You had LA Knight, you had Shinsuke Nakamura, you had Naomi,
Tiffany Stratton.
Bianca. Yeah, you had a lot of people in the building tonight.
Yeah, but the thing that stood out to me was they had New Day and they're keeping that thing going. But they try to cut a promo and they just can't.
Yeah.
It, they tried it in the suite. They tried it backstage with Fluffy. They tried to cut a promo with Fluffy and they just couldn't do it. And Fluffy even walks off saying, "New day sucks. New day sucks." And yeah, yeah, that was a thing tonight. Um, I think Raw on January 27th is going to be interesting because they did show Roman and Paul Heyman backstage, and he was saying, "Yeah, we got to have like this night. We put you on a pedestal and we acknowledge you." And he's like, January 27th, which is also the same night that Goldberg is going to return. Is January 27th to Raw, where he's gonna. This is his retirement match. I don't know when the actual match is gonna happen, but I guess they got to build towards it. They gave him this time to prepare, so he should be in tip-top shape. Um,
Yeah,
So
the
we'll see
27th will also be the Raw Go Home show for the
for a
Rumble.
Rumble. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep. Which I haven't ruled out. I already told the old lady it's a possibility. Because Indianapolis, well, it used to be a 2 hour drive. It's probably like a 3 hour drive now. But it's still doable in one night. I probably wouldn't do it back and forth though. I probably would stay overnight just to be safe.
it's
Uh,
a lot longer drive for me, but if I get a good deal on tickets, I wouldn't mind going. I'd actually stop and see the track while I'm there.
yeah, yeah. If it's a perfect world and a perfect scenario, we get tickets. I would have you maybe come here night before, and then we would just drive down the next day.
So that would be like Friday. Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
work it out. Look, man, if we decide to do it, we'll make it work.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
All right, main event. Oh no, 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 oh no, we ain't passing this up. Ain't no way in hell. Oh, there's like advertisement pause, and then all of a sudden, some of y'all still might be fans of the old Hulkster comes out. And I was like, oh, well, time for me to put this on mute because I don't fuck with him. And I know a lot of nobody on this podcast really does. If they want to do what they got to do with him, fine. I'll put it on mute and wait till it's done. Until he tried to talk and he got the New Day treatment. And I said, oh no, I got to leave this on. Everything he was saying was getting shut the fuck down. I mean, people in the audience, you could
yeah,
see it. Thumbs down. Get your ass on up out of here.
yeah. It was bad. I don't want to say it was New Day bad. There's still a few people in there cheering Hogan,
The
but
song,
man, I
it
text
was
you saying
bad.
this was a bad idea. And not
Yeah,
only was he just out there, first of all, he looked bad. I know Hogan's up there in age, but man, he just looked bad. He looked like he could barely walk, and like he didn't even like walk down the tunnel to the ring. He just kind of stayed back, you know. And then he was trying to promote this beer, this real American beer that apparently WWE is working in conjunction with him. You wonder if they're rethinking that whole thing now.
they booed the
It
shit
just,
out of him.
yeah, man. It was, and I'm look, man. I'm older. I started watching WWE in the '80s when Hogan was the man at the time, and I loved Hogan. But
Mhm.
obviously, that's all gone out the window with those ugly words he said. That's just something I can't look past that. But apparently, a lot of other people can't either, because the boos were definitely louder than the cheers. It was bad. It was embarrassing, and I really feel. I wonder if Netflix and or WWE feel like we might have made a mistake with that one.
Look, for those wondering, and maybe you don't know your history. The man was caught out saying a lot of racial slurs towards us as a community, to his daughter. And WWE caught wind of it. They fired him. They took him out the Hall of Fame. They did all this shit. So it's just ain't just us. When it happened, they were quick. It took years for them to bring him back. And then even when they brought him back, he didn't apologize. He said, "Be careful what you say because everything you say is being recorded." That wasn't an apology. That was a fuck you. So F us, F you. And California is a blue state. It doesn't help that he's a Trump supporter either. So you got two things working against him. I don't necessarily think it was necessarily Trump stuff. Uh, Politics may or may not factor in. I don't think they do so much as what he said and then apologize for it. I think that's the bigger thing here at play here. Because I don't know, I'm not going to hate somebody for their political views, whatever they may be. We can sit down and have a conversation and agree or disagree.
Exactly.
But when it comes down to you said this out your mouth, you just flat out use this racial slur. and didn't apologize for it, that tells me more about you than anything, you know. So I don't feel bad for him. And then he ripped the shirt but couldn't rip it all the way, and he damn near fell down walking back up the ramp because the shirt was down by his ankles. Fucking idiot.
Yeah,
Get
like
him
I
out of
said,
here.
yeah, I really don't get the bringing him back because this isn't the first time he's gotten that crowd reaction from a WWE crowd. It's maybe the second or third time I've seen him get that kind of treatment, but for whatever reason, yeah, they just keep bringing him back. But hopefully they learn. Like I said, it was a bad idea on a night that was so great for WWE, and I'm sure Netflix great for them. This is everything they wanted.
Hmm.
To have that kind of put a damper on it,
That
it
was
was
the
really
lowest
uncalled
point
for.
of the night.
Yeah, it was really uncalled for because you just didn't need to have him there.
No,
Somebody should have just thought better of it.
like why? I mean, he hasn't been relevant for years. He doesn't wrestle. He doesn't do anything for the company, and all of a sudden y'all bring him back.
Yeah,
Why y'all sponsoring his beard? Why?
yeah, and Michael Cole tried to spin it, and I mean he had a point that without him, none of us are here. I get that because when WWE first
Oh,
went mainstream,
please.
Hogan was the guy, and
Vince
without
would have
Hogan
found
at the helm,
somebody.
well, what I'm saying is, at that time, it was really true. Without Hogan at the helm, WWE wouldn't have been what it was. But man, that was 40 years ago. It's different now. You don't really need to bring him out the way you do. And then in an effort to try and promote this beer of his and have WWE tied to it, I just thought that was just a
Bad.
bad look right there. So yeah,
It was bad.
yeah, it
It was
was.
ugly.
It was.
It was it was bad. It was just hideous. I mean, don't do no stupid shit like that again. Is what you learn from that. Hopefully.
Now, before we get to the main event, did you notice there are a couple of things? I don't know if you're going to get to it.
Oh, go ahead.
Wrestler coming to WWE got a little shine tonight in a couple of ways. First of all, I saw a name flash up on the screen, and at first I couldn't read it, but then later on, I don't know if you saw the segment with Chad Gable talking about how he wanted to.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes,
I'll let you go
luchador.
ahead with that. Yeah, go ahead with that.
Yeah, yeah. Now, honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to anybody. It took me a minute. I was thinking the whole night. I was like, Rey Mysterio, Rey Mysterio, and then it took me till literally the show went off to go, no, not Rey Mysterio. Five corners is all I'm gonna say. There you go.
Well, they had his name. His name appeared on the show. I couldn't read it at first the way they had it written in like a weird kind of cursive thing, but I'm wait a minute. Penta. I'm sure that's what it says. And then I felt like that was confirmed with the Chad Gable segment.
Yeah, yeah. Certain luchador. Yeah. Let me make a phone call. I was like, well, Ray's right out. Literally, my mom was like, well, Ray is right outside. You ain't got to call him. He's right there. And I was like, oh, no.
Yeah,
It literally took me a minute to go, oh, Penta's going to come. Okay. And I'm going to lose my shit.
yeah.
Oh,
But
my
he's
God.
coming. He's definitely coming. They promoted it, so he's on his way.
Oh, man. All we need is Ray Phoenix, and this is going to be
Man,
complete.
I think it's a contractual thing. I think he's on his way as well, but we'll have to wait on that one a little bit.
Oh, it'd be so good. The tag division would be so good. Oh,
Man, can
my
you
God.
imagine some of the matches?
Oh, my
Man,
God.
uh,
Ugh. Ugh. Whew, getting too real. All right. Speaking of getting real, two guys that kept it real last week. CM Punk and Seth Rollins in a match that's been brewing for the last what 14 months. And CM
yeah,
Punk came back at Survivor Series that you attended.
I did.
Uh,
I did.
this match was I think I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't know. I don't work for WWE. Can't predict. I'm gonna say it was the first of a series, three, maybe four matches. between these two. I can't. There's no way in hell that they're just gonna do one and done. There's no way. I didn't care who won this match. My mindset, excuse me, going in was there's no way this is one and done. There's too much heat. There's too much history for Michael Cole to be dropping Seth Rollins' government name before the match starts. It's like, what the hell? Okay. Um, and giving like dropping real facts about Seth Rollins and how this thing all came together. And they're not even shying away from the fact that, yeah, CM Punk was here. He quit. He berated WWE, said bad things about the company, went to a competition, went to MMA and all this stuff, and then now he's back. Tell Telling the truth really goes a long way. Like, stop treating the audience like they're stupid, like we don't know where this man has been, what he's done. He did a couple movies in between there on Netflix, ironically.
None of
uh,
which I've seen.
I thought the horror movie he did wasn't bad, and he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad, and I thought he was actually pretty good. Uh, the ending was a little curious, but I thought the movie itself was pretty good.
Okay, maybe I'll
Uh,
check it out.
yeah, no, it's not bad. It's actually interesting, and he's not for somebody that a lot of people look at wrestlers and they go, "Oh, they must be terrible actors." Like, no, they act every week. They should be great actors. To be
Yeah,
honest with
yeah. I
you,
mean, that's what they're doing every week. Yeah, they're
they
playing a
should be
character.
they should be fantastic actors, and he is.
Right, right.
Um, this match though, like Rollins, Rollins felt like he had a point to prove in this match. He just, I mean, from his outfit, I love the outfit. That was the first time I like really loved that one of his outfits in a long time. But him using the GTS as many times as he did, was like I said, he was out to prove a point. Like, I can do this better than you. And the first GTS he hit was good. That second one, I was like, But yeah, Punk hitting the stomp, which was kind of cool. Um, yeah, I think this is the classic case, man, of Seth coming in too hot headed, so hot headed that he was off his game. And Punk kind of caught him with the first GTS, and then he fell back on Punk, and then he hit him with another GTS to pin him. And all I can say is next week Seth is gonna be even more pissed than he is now. And like I said, there's no way in hell. There is no way in hell this is over with. This is gonna keep going. These two are going to enter Royal Rumble, and they're going to eliminate each other. One's going to eliminate the other, and the other one's going to come back, and they're going to keep this thing going. They're both probably going to be in elimination chamber, and the same thing's going to happen. We're going to we're going to see this more and more. Uh, I gave this pay per view worthy. I thought it was a great match. Right man won to keep this thing going, just to piss Seth Rollins off even more, because I think Rollins needed the fuel to keep fueling this feud, because Punk honestly didn't even care about having the match, but it was Seth Rollins that kind of started this whole thing. So, uh, yeah, great way to go. And I honestly gotta say this: I thought this when the match ended. AEW didn't get much out of Punk, and you were very critical about his matches in AEW, rightfully so. They didn't really get the much. They didn't get much out of him. Since Punk has been in WWE, he has not had a bad match. And I don't know if that's due to their performance center, the way they're training him, or what have you. But every time that man's been in the ring, he's put out the best effort possible, and they're just getting the best out of this man since he's come back to WWE. I was critical of him. I didn't want him back, but since he's come back, I really don't have anything negative to say.
The only negative thing I'll say is, and you expect this, he's not the Punk he used to be 10 years ago. None of us are the same person we were 10 years ago. I don't think he looks as good in the ring as he used to. I but he's better than he was in AEW. That's not saying a whole lot, but he's definitely better than that. I can tell he's putting in the work, and he's definitely putting on better matches. I think it helps to have someone like Seth in the ring with him. He's worked with some great wrestlers, and then the match with him and Drew, that wasn't no technical thing. That was just brutality. I don't want to say it's easy to put on a match like that, but it's easier when you're not having to rely on, you know, your skill set so much as just, you know, your brutality. I did enjoy this match. I don't think I did as much as you. I guess I didn't like the way it played out. And I'll be honest, I was rooting for Seth, and he was beating Punk's ass for a lot of the match. I mean, he gave him the GTS twice. I think he even gave him a stomp a couple of times.
Yeah.
Punk was able to kick out. He's able to get his leg on the rope one time, just
Yep.
taking this ass beating, and then from out of nowhere gets Seth with two GTSs in a row and wins the match clean. That's all well and good because once again, that was a case where I thought the match just kind of ended suddenly, but fine. Because like you, I don't think this feud's over. But I really think that by the time this is done, we're going to see Seth, you know, because both of these guys are kind of baby faces now. I think Seth is going to go full blown heel by the time this thing is over. I think the crowd is already pretty much firmly behind Punk anyway, even though Seth has his fans. But I think when this is all said and done, Seth is going to go full blown heel. That's how this thing is going to develop.
Okay. Yeah. I kind of had the same feeling with the Roman match. I felt like he kind of didn't have enough offense. Solo had more of the offense in that match. Probably wouldn't. I mean, I loved it still. I still kind of felt like, man, Roman needs a little more offense. And he is the OTC.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's a good
yeah,
point. I didn't say that about that match, but it was true in that one also.
yeah. But I mean, when you go down the history books, you can go back and look when Rock used to face Triple H and Hogan and I mean not Hogan, Triple H and Austin. I don't know why the fuck I said Hogan. I don't know why. Taker
Yeah.
and Triple H. So those times Rock was taking more of the punishment. Booker T and his and I actually saw a match Booker T versus Bret Hart, Bash at the Beach, 1998. We may need to do a watch along with that one because I saw the clips I saw. That was a fantastic match.
Oh, okay.
Booker T in his prime.
I've never seen that one, so yeah, I wouldn't mind taking a look at that. That'd be a good watch along.
Prime
I've never
Booker
seen him.
T was one of the most athletic people you've ever seen in your life. Seriously. Seriously, dude, I forgot how good he was. He was fantastic.
Yeah, got to meet Booker T, shake his hand at the
Yeah,
last Rumble we went to. Man, that was a
you'll like
great honor.
you'll like that match.
Okay.
But far as tonight, I thought overall thoughts. I thought Netflix. I love the camera angles. I loved how sharp it looked. No glitching at all. It really made every match feel like a big fight, especially the first match really felt like a huge big fight. It felt like Tyson again. Um, but yeah, I don't really have anything really bad to say about the show. Nothing was like I said, the lowest thing was middle of the road for me. Which if that's the case, you did a good job. Um, I'm curious to see what happens next week. Um, so yeah, I think the right person won as far as the victors. I mean, I thought Drew's outside of Drew losing, I thought everybody else that won was who I called. Um, but yeah, I think we're gonna be in for a huge surprise next week that I can't wait for. Chad Gable, you better get ready, bro. I don't know if you're ready for what you in for. I don't know if you know what you in for with that one.
Nah,
That's
not
gonna
at
be
all.
something right there. And they're in San Jose too. Oh man, yeah, that's gonna get a huge pop.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I think it's going to be a great match. I think because look, Chad Gable, say what you want to about him, man. The dude is a great in-ring
Oh,
worker.
he's fantastic.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a great showcase for both guys. I'm really looking forward to it. Obviously, next week's Raw, I don't expect to be as big as this one. It'll probably get back to just being a typical Raw of what we see. But man, look, we got a lot of stuff coming up. We saw a Logan Paul promo. We're
Yeah.
about 4 weeks away from the Rumble. 4 weeks after that is the Elimination Chamber, and then I mean, we're we're not on the road to WrestleMania, but we're on the road that when you make that left turn, gets you onto the road to WrestleMania. So we're almost there, man. But it's right now. everything that happens from now on, man, should be very interesting to see how it all plays out. You know, Goldberg coming back, who's going to be his opponent? Cena coming back, who's going to be his opponent? Is it going to be in a world title match? What's going on with the final boss and Roman now?
Yeah.
Will Solo acknowledge him? I mean, there's so much going on right now, man. It's great. Tiffy time. It's Tiffy time. Who's going to be her opponent? By the time Mania comes around, is it going to be Nia? I think they'll move past that by then. She'll have somebody new. It'll be interesting to see who. I'm disappointed Io's not going to be a first women's intercontinental champion, but you know that. But hey, maybe she challenges Tiffany. Who knows? A lot of stuff could happen, man. It's a great time of year. It's a great time to be a WWE fan. I'm looking forward to the upcoming months.
For sure. For sure. We are right around the corner from the road to WrestleMania. Like you said, just we're at that Y. Gotta make that turn down that turnpike to get to Mania. The road to WrestleMania. We're right there. A lot of interesting things coming up. So thank you all for watching and tuning in to our post show and our thoughts. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit us up, thirdgenwrestling@gmail.com, TikTok, Third Generation Wrestling podcast, and make sure you check out the gaming streams. Trying to game at least once a day. And check out our latest Trying to Laugh, The Farting Preacher. That is up. And we have another one coming up for y'all soon. And we'll let you all know, I guess, if we make plans to go to Royal Rumble. If not, just me. If not both of us, possibly I might go.
You're gonna do the just me oos.
Yeah.
Just
I
me,
mean,
just me,
I
oos.
would much rather be there with you. Obviously, it's a better time.
Well, man, let's talk about some ticket prices. I'm starting to get really pumped for it now, more so than I was before. If we can get some good seats at a reasonable price, yeah, I'd still love to do it. So we'll talk about it.
All right. All right. Take care, everybody. We'll speak to y'all again soon. Gotta get off of here. And yeah, we'll talk to y'all soon later this week. Peace.
Peace.